Welcome everyone to the Founders District installation. I am Julie Murphy, your current district director for only a few more days, but I know that the district will be in very good hands with Kathy. It's been my honor to serve as your district director and a helping hand for each one of you. We're going to go ahead and move forward with tonight's celebration. We're here to install the incoming leaders for Founders District. Today, we'll officially induct our members and pledge to support them in the coming year. But first, I'm going to go ahead and welcome our keynote, Edie Ferrari D'Angelo, your superpower, your personal touch. People often believe that true leaders are born, that somehow at birth, they were given the leadership gene. If you are one of those people who feel that you weren't blessed with the leadership gene, past international director, distinguished Toastmaster, Edie Ferrari D'Angelo is going to prove to you that the following words by leadership expert Warren Bennis are true. Leaders are made, not born. Like many people who joined Toastmasters, Edie joined to improve her communication skills. Over her 36-year journey, she's found herself frequently in positions where she was required to manage, lead, and coach. Those experiences, Edie has developed her own approach to leadership, which she will share with all of us tonight with her presentation titled Your Power Source, Your Personal Touch. Edie is a past district governor of Founders District from 2014 to 2016. She was a Region 10 advisor, served on the board of directors from 2014 to 2016 as a recipient of the Toastmasters Presidential Citation. We're so honored to have Edie here tonight. Well, one of Edie's favorite Ralph Smedley quotes is, "People learn best in times of enjoyment." She has one of her own that you're encouraged to apply to your lives. It takes a personal touch. Please welcome Edie Ferrari D'Angelo.
Hi, hello, Founders District. I'm so happy to be here. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's been, oh my gosh, how many years since I was inducted on this night. And I want to also say happy 79th birthday, Founders District. You realize in 3 days you'll be celebrating your 79th birthday. And it was 36 years ago the Founders District became my Toastmasters home. I joined a wonderful club, which to this day continues to earn the President's Distinguished Award every year for the past 18. In that club, I learned what it is to be a leader in this organization. And within a few years of joining, I also discovered a whole world outside of the club. It was a world that offered opportunities to compete in speech contests and to serve as a district leader. Past Founders District Governor Lou Ann Frederick said a long time ago to me, "I see something in you." And that was long before the 2014 World Championship of Speaking, Donna Yaya said it. Perhaps she saw an area director in me because I eventually did become one in 1994. When he was Founders District Governor in 2008, Bob Hudak showed great belief in me when he appointed me as the District Public Relations Director. And he continued to show his faith and his support of me that entire year. And then we have Queen Mary Berg. She's the one who called me one afternoon to tell me that I needed to go even further in district leadership. Well, I couldn't refuse Mary. And finally, Lieutenant Governor of Education and Training, today called Program Quality Director, became the next step on the ladder to district director, district governor back in the day. During my term in 2010 to 11, my Founders District leadership team helped to lead the district to distinguished, and we were number 13 in the world after 7 years of not having achieved that level. So many people came alongside of me to help me get to every next level. And these were people who were always looking for ways to embrace potential leaders, to empower them to go beyond what they thought was possible and to elevate them to even higher challenges. These people used their superpower to propel me to region advisor and ultimately to international director. I really believe that without them, I would not be here speaking to you tonight. Beloved Founders District leaders and friends, you have a superpower. Now, some of you may not have even discovered it yet. Others of you, you may already know what your superpower is. And many of us in the district have seen your superpowers in action. Tonight, I'm going to introduce members in and outside of the district who have used their superpowers to embrace the opportunity to elevate and empower so many people. So let's start with your almost immediate past district director, Julie Murphy. Julie is a public relations communication genius, and I cannot wait to see what she will do this next year as a Club 407 public relations director. And then I've already mentioned our dear Queen Mary Berg. Now there's a reason she is called the Queen. With just a phone call, Mary can create alliances between people, and she's been instrumental in helping to create leaders. And I can speak from experience, and she is the one who refused to accept a no answer from me when she made that phone call to me all those years ago. And then we have past district governor from 2017-18, Dan Kosak. Dan is an amazing webmaster and videographer. And of course, he's the creator of Founders District TV. Working with Dan is such an enriching experience, and he is such a dear man. A leader's superpower is their most positive and impactful personality accent. It's the part of them that influences, it persuades, and it inspires others to follow. Julie, Mary, and Dan regularly and successfully use their superpowers here in this district. So tonight, I'm going to talk about an even greater superpower, one that will add a new dimension to your leadership, but and also your relationships. And this is the power of your personal touch. I've used the tagline, "It takes a personal touch," since I was a candidate for international director in 2014. And I believe that that approach is what helped to make my campaign a success. So tonight, I'm going to share some more examples of people who have successfully used their own superpower, their personal touch, and persuade you to become known as someone with that special quality. Toastmaster President Matt Kinsey shared his first unsuccessful experience as a candidate for international director in an earlier issue of the Toastmasters magazine. When he wasn't elected in 2014, Matt spoke with leaders, with past international presidents, and even a business coach to try and figure out what he needed to work on. What Matt discovered is through a very brave journey of self-discovery is that he was more focused on results rather than his relationships with people. To quote the article, one of those blind spots Kinsey faced was understanding heart-led leadership to head-led leadership. And of course, we can see today that gaining that understanding and making those necessary changes and using the power of his personal touch led Matt to the position he is in today. As Toastmasters leaders, you are and will constantly be reminded of the goals that your clubs, your areas, your divisions need to lead the district to distinguished or better. I just did a presentation in District 52 about the Distinguished Club Program. Lots of numbers and goals there. You cannot get away from the numbers and the goals if the organization is to thrive. And those numbers, they cannot be achieved without the help of other people, the members. How does a leader find the balance between head leadership and heart leadership? Have you ever sent a carefully, cleverly crafted email to someone, perhaps your leadership team or a committee, or even one of those broader messages to the entire membership, promoting an opportunity that will benefit them in a positive way, only to hear nothing back? How could they not have been touched and motivated by your message? This opportunity is priceless, but nada, nothing, no response. What was missing? It was your superpower, your personal touch. The 2002-2003 Founders District Governor, and who also served as an international director from 2006 to 2008, Lauren Kelly, unknowingly demonstrated the power of the personal touch to me 15 years ago. I was very new to district leadership that year. That was the year Bob appointed me as public relations director. And I must say, I was sadly lacking the talents of a Julie Murphy. Well, I was at a Founders District conference having lunch, and I sat there observing everyone else at their tables. They were eating and they were visiting. And that's when I noticed that Lauren was not at her table. She was walking around the room, stopping at each table. Now we had 15 or 20 tables of 8 people, introducing herself and taking the time to speak to each person before moving on to the next table. And if she noticed someone who was not engaged in the conversation, she made sure that that person met everyone else so they could feel a part of the group. It was then that I made the decision that I wanted to be that person who always puts the needs and the satisfaction of the members first and foremost. Lauren was using her superpower, her personal touch. I'm going to take a sip here. In a recent article, an online article on medium.com, the top 5 communication channels listed are voice video, social media, texting, email, and live chat. These are going to be probably the most common methods you will use this next year to communicate with your members and your teams. Well, these are proven effective ways to deliver a message. They are all impersonal. There is a critical element missing, and that's the personal touch. The dictionary defines a personal touch as an element or a feature contributed by someone to make something less impersonal. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. But I have my own definition. That is this: taking the time and making the effort to discover someone's heart, and through that discovery, helping them become their very best self. In 2010, as a newly elected district director, I was facing the same uncertainty, having the same questions as any new leader. What do I do first? How do I prioritize my responsibility? And who can help me? And maybe some of you are asking those same questions tonight. That's when 3 past Founders District governors, back then directors, rallied behind me. The month before my term began, they came to my home and they spent the entire day helping me prepare for my new position. These women had been in my position and they understood my anxieties. And they wanted me to not only succeed, but they wanted me to enjoy the experience. And that was heart-led leadership. The message they gave me was, we have your back. And that made all the difference. And Founders District, I want you to know, I have your back. I wish you could peek into the closet here in my home office. The shelf is filled with boxes, certificates and awards and gifts and cards. All were given to me by club and district leaders who wanted to demonstrate their gratitude and support. Each item speaks of the effort and the time required to write a note or find a suitable gift that was meant just for me. A very personal touch. And of course, when you've been a member of Toastmasters for any number of years, that collection of certificates and awards and gifts and cards gets very large. And yet, I never tire of receiving them. Each one touches my heart, and it creates in me the desire to keep on achieving goals. Not so much for me, but now for my clubs in the district. I want to pay it forward through my service to the members. This is how your superpower can create loyalty and satisfied Toastmasters. A few months ago, I received an email from Alicia Curtis. She is the District 100 Program Quality Director. She took her valuable time to write to me to congratulate me on my educational achievements and to tell me that I am valued by the district. I also bet she probably did that same thing for a number of members with similar achievements. Alicia could have created one generic mass email congratulating the achieving members and saved a lot of time. I know how busy she is, but she chose to use her personal touch and reach out to each member individually. And there is so much power in that action. As a leader in this organization, you want and you need the members to stay engaged and to continue to contribute to the district's success through their achievements and their service. There was a study done by the American Psychological Association that found that half of all employees who say they don't feel valued report that they intend to look for a new job in the next year. If a person is willing to risk a paycheck and a position so readily, it stands to reason that a Toastmaster member who's a volunteer and who does not feel valued would find it even easier to walk away from the organization. People, whether they're employees or volunteers, who feel valued are more engaged, more satisfied, and they show a higher level of commitment and productivity. You as a leader can achieve that engagement, that satisfaction, and that commitment through your own superpower, your personal touch. Now, one characteristic of a personal touch is caring about the welfare of people. That's called altruism. It means that you want the people around you to be their very best selves. You give credit for a job well done, and you don't take the credit for yourself. You know that encouraging people and building them up makes them and you look better. Altruistic leaders are empathetic and receptive to feedback, and this is an incredible leadership quality. Two people who come to mind when I think of altruism are Norm and Franny Stein. If you've ever been in their presence, you will agree that you were made to feel as if you were the most important person in the room. That love of people and that care just oozes from their pores. There's another characteristic of leaders with a personal touch, and that's connection. You are not an island. Sometimes novice leaders think it's just easier to do it themselves rather than rely on other people. But I assure you, this approach is guaranteed to push people away because they won't feel trusted and respected by you. Connection, like altruism, is about caring for and showing respect for your team members. And you can connect through open communication and by creating a sacred space where honesty is encouraged. When people see that they are safe with you, then they're going to be more apt to trust you, therefore more willing to accept and work toward a common goal. And Alicia Curtis is a master of connection and demonstrated that by the email that she sent to congratulate me and thank me for my achievements. The third characteristic of the personal touch is empathy. Now, this is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. Empathy enables you to respond to the emotional needs of others. For instance, when an area director is feeling overwhelmed with the responsibilities of the position, you don't just tell them they'll get through it. You take the time to let them express what they are feeling and experiencing. And then you say, I am sorry that you are struggling with this. Let's see what resources and people we have to take some of the pressure off of you. I want this to be a positive experience for you. This is what those 3 past district governors showed me by coming to my home to help me prepare for my role as a district leader. They had been in my shoes and they understood and felt all the same insecurities that I was experiencing. Altruism, connection, empathy are all elements of the personal touch, your superpower. You have the power to help a person feel good about who they are. You can inspire them to strive for even greater achievements. And you have the power to motivate people to reach out and give of their time and talents, resulting in the success of your clubs and the district. I challenge you to do what International President Matt Kinsey did. Take a brave journey of self-discovery to determine whether you lead from the head or the heart. If you tend to stay in your head and you're not quite sure how to become a heart-led leader, just start with the small steps. For instance, pay attention to what your members are doing. When you see something well done, take a minute to write a card or a note of acknowledgement. Make a phone call. Or if that person's right there in the room with you, tell them, you did a great job. We could not have done this without you. Once you develop that habit, you'll begin to look for other ways to express gratitude and support. If you know that someone has a particular hobby or interest, the next time you want to give that person a gift, you can choose one that incorporates that interest. An example of that is when I gave a gift to an outgoing district governor, I found a gift with the theme of a whale, something she's very passionate about. There are so many ways to add your personal touch to your relationships. All it takes is just a few more minutes or a small amount of effort to find the path to someone's heart. But you already know what they are. Just think about the time someone has done something special to recognize or appreciate you, and you have your starting point. There's a story about a cafe in France that had coffee listed on the blackboard at a price of €9, about $9 in the US. Pretty expensive coffee. However, below the price, the owner had written this. If the customer says bonjour, bon après-midi, bonsoir, or merci, the price is €5. That shop owner wanted to remind people that a personal touch, kind words or kind actions can have a positive benefit for all involved. And it worked. His customers did become much friendlier, and I'm willing to bet they even spent more money. I believe that if you apply the Toastmasters values of respect, integrity, service, and excellence to all your relational interactions, you will always be known as someone who cares, someone with a personal touch. A person who's so good at that is past District 1, 2010 to 11 governor, the same year that I served, Giovanna Dottori. She's right now our current Club 407 president. Earlier this year, one club member lost her husband. One's wife had a stroke, and my husband had emergency surgery. Giovanna took the time to call each one of us to see how we were doing and to ask if there's anything she could do for us. I received a call plus 2 emails from her to check in and be sure I was okay. That is a personal touch in action. Each of you has your own superpower. Just take those small steps I mentioned. Write, mail a note, make a call, send an email, or look at the person next to you and say, I see something in you. Above all else, be genuine. People want to know that you are genuine, that your emotions are authentic. Genuine leaders walk their talk every single day. When people are authentic, there's a certain purity to their interactions and conversations, and others can sense it. But they can also see through an act. You cannot fake it. This event, this Zoom room is filled with superheroes. You each have the ability to touch someone's life with your own superpower, your personal touch. I'm looking forward to the great leadership that will happen in Founders District this year. And I encourage you all to live the vision of your new district director, Kathy Hughes, to embrace, elevate, and empower with every opportunity that comes your way. And now I am not quite finished, because I have been given the honor of discharging your current district leaders. So here I am ready to do that. But before I discharge you leaders, I want to remind you that your term doesn't end for 3 more days. And in those remaining days, I hope you will make that transition easy for the incoming team by sharing your best practices, as well as the challenges that you have dealt with. Founders District leaders, we are all so grateful for your contributions over the last year and for fulfilling your responsibilities with your own personal touch. So, effective midnight, June 30th, you are officially discharged from your positions. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Julie Murphy, back to you.
Thank you, Edie. Oh my gosh, I am so looking forward to your Club 407 leadership and all the great wisdom that you will share with us as Founders District as well. Let's give Edie a big round of applause. Thank you, Edie. Let's also give our current district leaders a big round of applause because they still have a lot more hard work to do for a few days. Thank you, everyone. It is now my honor to welcome Distinguished Toastmaster, past District Director, Julie Brody, to install our area directors. I saw Julie a moment ago.
She is on her way. Stand by.
Okay.
Hi, guys,
Thank you, everybody, for everything you have done this year. It has been my absolute pleasure to be your district director, but I know that we have set Kathy up for success. I am super excited for Kathy and Ken and Jean and all their committees. I know that each one of you are destined for Smedley Distinguished, right? Let's give them a big round of applause because we know that we are going to support them in their quest to Smedley Distinguished because they cannot do it alone. They need all of our help to do it. So remember to pick up the phone when they call. Don't block their numbers. We want to pick their phone calls up because they are looking for you to support them in that quest. I'm pretty sure that Kathy probably has some area director openings available still. So if you are looking to amplify your leadership and have some fun at the same time, I highly suggest you private message Kathy and ask her, hey, what do I do as an area director? So I highly encourage each one of you to think about that because each one of you are highly special. Okay, and I see.
Hello.
That Giovanna looks a lot like Julie Murphy.
Julie Brody.
Hello, Founders District. What an exciting evening for your installation. Giovanna and I are coming to you from another location at a symposium this evening for a mutual board of directors that we sit on. So we are sharing screen. It is my pleasure this evening to have been invited to induct the incoming Founders District area directors. What an honor to, 1, be chosen, and 2, for the leadership that these fine individuals that have accepted the challenge to say yes to leadership, and yes, I will serve, and yes, I will contribute to the district mission of we build new clubs and we support all clubs in excellence. It is such an honor, and one of the roles that I probably loved the most coming through leadership was the area director role, because you have a fine opportunity to connect with your clubs. You have a great opportunity to help work with them if as an area director, as a peer, as someone that says, I have walked in your shoes, fellow your club officers in these amazing clubs. I've walked in your shoes and I have seen exactly what it is that you are going through. And I'm here to work with you to make sure that you have a successful year in your club officer role, and that the most important person in Toastmaster, the member, is benefiting in the club environment. So congratulations to our area directors that have said yes to the challenge. I'm so very proud of you. And as we look forward into this new era with our new district director that will be inducted in just a few moments, Miss Kathy Hughes. I invite the incoming area directors to look at this experience as a team effort, to look at your district executive committee as a team that wins together and loses together. You are walking side by side with a fellow area director, with your division director on the team that you're serving, with your trio that is coming in on July 1. You're walking side by side to make sure that the clubs are benefiting and the members are feeling that much more important. I'm just so thrilled when Julie Murphy gave me this opportunity to be here tonight, because Founders District has such a legacy, does it not? A legacy that has withstood the test of time since 1920, practically, I should say, 1924. And it's no different for what we have here and what we see here tonight. I'm so excited because the group of area directors that are coming before us tonight are a skilled team. They have in their hearts, they want to serve. And I'm just wondering, right before we get to the actual, I said yes, can we just have those people raise their hands if they're on the call? Are you here? Are you an area
hand? So we will see you at the very top of our screens. Your virtual hand is under the reactions, by the way. Swapna, Carol, Richard.
They're coming. And I see some familiar faces. So as you continue to raise your hand as an area director that is coming aboard, because we do want to spotlight you. We do want for the world to know who you are. We want to remember also, what is it that we're here to do in these roles? We're here to serve. We are here to answer the call to leadership, to say, I will make a difference with the 4, 5, or 6 clubs that are in my area. I will make a difference so that they know they have someone they can lean on. They have someone that that will give them and offer them resources, not to actually do the legwork for them, but will offer them the resources that they need to learn, grow, and be able to serve their members. And that's what we are excited for in these area directors. So I see 3, I see Swapna, Richard, Anatha, and I'm sure we have a host more that are coming into this team in Founders District. In short, we want you as area directors to answer the call to leadership, to say, I am here and I accept, as an incoming area director, accept the challenge to serve Founders District, to serve my clubs and to serve the members of those clubs with integrity, respect, service, and excellence, and to walk the lines of the Toastmasters promise, and to instill in the hearts of our members that they are the future, the past, the present, and the future of this organization, that they are supported, and that Founders District is behind them. You as an area director in being installed this evening are the direct liaison between the club itself and the district. You are the person that is representing our brand for Toastmasters, as well as instilling the core values we've just mentioned into our members. So the area directors of Founders District for 2023 to 2024, we declare you are officially installed as in your roles. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Julie. And thank you to all of our area directors for saying yes. I know some more talented people might just say yes tonight after hearing what a fabulous experience it is. So thank you so much, Julie. It's now my honor to welcome Pamela McCown, Distinguished Toastmaster, past region advisor, past international director, to install our division directors. And Pam, I will go ahead and spotlight you and our division directors. Let's see. Go ahead and
you can hold off on the spotlight of them for a minute or two.
okay. Just let me know when you would like to spotlight them.
Certainly. Thank you so much, Julie, for inviting me back to Region 2 and Founders District. It was such a pleasure to serve as Region Advisor last year in Region 2 and work with all the Founders District. It's great to see so many faces that I remember from interacting with you all. And Kathy Hughes being elected to District Director. I worked with her when she was Club Growth Director, so it's nice to see that you have a great succession of leadership in Founders District. Tonight, I'm here to talk about division directors and what is your duty, responsibility to your district, to the members in your district and the clubs in your district. The primary responsibility of a division director is to support and guide the clubs within their division, ensuring growth, success, adherence to Toastmasters standards and guidelines. The division director acts as a resource and mentor for club officers, helping them develop leadership skills and achieve their goals. Division directors play a crucial role in organizing and overseeing district level events, such as speech contests, training sessions, and conferences. They collaborate with other district leaders, including the district director and other division directors, to plan and execute the events, ensuring they run smoothly and provide value to the Toastmasters community. Additionally, division directors serve as a communication channel between the district leadership and the clubs in their division. They relay important information, updates, and initiatives from the district level to the clubs, keeping them informed about Toastmasters programs, opportunities, and resources. They also gather feedback and insights from the clubs and communicate them back to the district leadership, helping shape the overall direction and strategies of the organization. In summary, The division director role in Toastmasters International involves supporting and empowering area directors, clubs, organizing district events, fostering effective communication, that personal touch that Edie was talking about, and also contributing to the growth and success of the organization as a whole. It's a position that requires strong leadership, communication, and organizational skills, along with a passion for helping others develop their speaking and leadership abilities. Excuse me. The following Toastmasters have been elected as your Founders District Division Directors for the coming year. Please join me in welcoming and congratulating the newly elected Division Directors as their name is called. Please forgive me if I do not pronounce the name correctly. I've never heard these names spoken out loud, only written. First is North Division Director April Braswell, Distinguished Toastmaster. Hi, April. Next is East Division Director Tim Soo-Hoo, Innovative Planning Level 3. Hi, Tim. Next is South Division Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Waharati AJ Kumar. That's a question. All right. Next is West Division Director, Presentation Mastery Level 5, Elaine Rayburn. Hi, Elaine. Next is Central Division Director, Visionary Communication Level 5, Natalie Thomas.
It doesn't look like Natalie was able to join us tonight.
Oh, too bad. We will miss Natalie, but we congratulate and thank her anyway. Let's all just kind of do the silent clapping for all of these newly elected division directors and Founders District. You look like a great group that's excited and delighted to be in this position. I love the smiles on your faces. I love that you kind of got all spiffied up here. I love the American flags in the background for Tim Soo-Hoo. And I really am excited for Kathy Hughes and the Founders District team to have such a wonderful group of leaders to serve in these different north, south, east, west, and central areas of the district. Now it's time for you to pledge your allegiance and your service to all of these members that you're in charge with serving during this next year. As division directors, will you all commit to doing your best to supporting area directors and help the district fulfill its mission? If so, please respond, I will.
I will.
I will.
I want to
I
hear
will.
more. Where's Natalie?
I will.
I
Yeah,
will.
she texted me earlier. She will too.
All right. Thank you all for saying yes, for putting your name in for consideration of this wonderful job. I know you will enjoy it. I know you will discover a lot of things about yourself. I do challenge you, as Edie did, to go on that journey of self-discovery this year, to be all you can be, to learn all you can about becoming the leader that you want to be, the leader that you would want to have as a leader. And by doing that, you will connect with all the members in your respective divisions with your personal superpowers. You will elevate, empower. What were the three words? Let's see, what were they? You will embrace, elevate, and empower all of the members that you come in contact with during this year. I wish you all the best. And thank you again, Julie, for inviting me to be here with Founders District. It's a pleasure, always.
Thank you, Pam. And thank you to our outstanding division directors for saying yes. I'm very excited for what each one of you will accomplish next year. It is now, I'm going to go ahead and unspotlight everyone. Oops. Okay. It's now my honor to welcome Greg Scott, Distinguished Toastmaster, past International Director, to install our logistics, admin, finance, PRM, as well as our outstanding district chairs. Take it away, Greg.
Thank you, Madam District Director. And thank you, Region Advisors and past international directors and governors that are present, and all, especially, more importantly, all my friends. Wow. You know, I recall going up the same ladder that you're traveling on now, the road of success and going up the steps of the Toastmaster journey and leadership. And it was Club 407 that installed me as a vice president of, a lieutenant governor of education and training and as a district director. And those were days that we did it in person, and they were elegant, wonderful presentations. And it was exciting. It was part of the motivation of being involved in the district as part of the team and doing things. And so it was always an honor to be in the presence of Club 407, who did so much. I recall in 2002, I have this memorabilia here. And it says, in appreciation to Greg Scott, DTM Founders District Conference Speaker 2000. And that was such a wonderful thing and a nice gift that Founders gave me. Besides, they gave us the gift of District 12, working so hard to start a new district. And look at us now, 32 years later, we're still going. So thank you, Founders, for the long leadership involvement with so many of us that we've improved. If not for Founders District, District 12 and District 100 may not be around. So thank you so much. I'm going to install the club, the chairs first. And so I would like to make sure we highlight and call up to the screen Daniel Fong, who is the club extension chair. Jean Tranquilli, club quality chair. Greece is our club retention chair. Our new research chair, which is new to me, is Sherry Hallowitz. And our district leadership chair is Julie Murphy. I get to be the leadership chair of District 57 this year. So Julie, we get to share some good times together. So first of all, when I look at this, and we talk about the mission of the district, first thing it says that we build new clubs, and look at that. How many of you are involved in the club building here and the club retention and quality and all this? These are all important things, because so right now in our high performance leadership of the district, we look at the three factors of the fact is distinguished clubs. We have to grow clubs as a factor. We have to increase membership, and we need to have distinguished clubs. So I see a lot of you folks having and accepted these chair positions. Not only do you know and understand about our clubs in the district and so forth, but you also have the ability through your experience to be a little bit more creative. Let's establish a new tradition. Let's establish some new ideas. Let's talk for the people that have been chairs before, find out what they did, and then look at the ideas that you can do. And of course, along the way, to make sure that your district director and the trios are well informed of where you're going, to keep the northbound train, and we all have a northbound ticket going the same direction. But you have an opportunity to be creative with your leadership style, the way you get the clubs to do this, and by presenting programs about extension and quality and retention and new research. And those are things that can filter down through the liaisons between the district and the clubs, the area and division directors, to get them inspired with, to share that message and get it going. And of course, Julie, you know, you're going to be on the lookout and get a committee looking for future leaders, which is also important. And we are in a challenging time of getting 7 officers for every club, filling all the area directors positions each year, and trying to get folks to step forward and get over the fear of being what they say overcommitted, or I can't do it, or I'm the fear of it, instead of stepping out and saying, this is something I can do. The hardest part of it is the first part is saying yes, and then the rest comes easier. So when we're committed, you find out that you have a team, people working together, and these district chairs are people that can be so invaluable and to do this. So I ask all of you district chairs present to please say, yes, I'm committed to serve the district, but more importantly, I remember the member, and we're going to make it happen this year. Can I hear a rah, rah?
Yes, I am committed. Members are the heart of everything.
All right. So effective midnight on July 1st, you step into your creative role of not only as a leader or as a communicator, but as a friend to the district, a friend to the team players, to make you empowering year for this Founders District. It's next my pleasure to install the logistics manager. Brent, where are you, Brent? I gotta find you there.
Brent wasn't able to join us tonight.
He wasn't. Well, just so we know that we thank him for stepping up and doing this, to keep an inventory of the district property, to set up and take down things, to call the meetings to order, and to welcome new guests, and as well as our current members into the district meetings, and to make sure that in the background you make things work well. So we appreciate Brent stepping in as the logistics manager for this year. Next is a very important position, is the finance manager, Lori Shapiro. Are you there, Lori? Where are you? There you are. Good. I see the hand raised. Thank you, Lori, for taking on a challenging job, but one of an experience. I don't know what your background is, or if you've done this before or in the past, but it is the glue of the district to world headquarters. They are certainly very focused on the accurate finances that are managed in the district, creating a budget, being part of creating a budget, and knowing what is allowed for expenditures and what it may not be, to keep the records accurate and submit reports on time for the Toastmasters International schedule of making sure those reports are on, and also working with the audit chair along the way to make sure that those jobs of the audit is easier. Working together, they'll understand things that helps them prepare. And all this audits and all this is something that the district director is going to be very keenly interested in. So working along the way and keeping things on tab and doing everything in time and planning ahead to meet those schedules will make Founders District very effective as far as this. I know the year I was a district governor in District 12, the district treasurer at that time, or financer, he was my Toastmaster of the year. That's how important I felt that job was, and he did an excellent job. So, Lori, with that in mind, with all the power of the finance and the money, can you dig it and can you make it happen?
Yes, I'm looking at the dollar signs right now.
All right. Thank you.
Budgets keep shrinking, but we're going to make it work.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And remember, you have a team, not only of your officers team starting on July 1st, but you have a lot of past leaders. And so take advantage of those resources. Together, we learn from each other. No matter how old or how new we are, we still learn from each other.
Well, just so you know, Kathy Hughes was my finance manager when I was district director. So I called her and said, I'll be your finance manager when you're district director. So there you go.
That sounds like a fair trade. I know you took a chance when you're district director to have her as her treasurer.
Oh, she was awesome.
But
she was really awesome.
But she obviously did a great job, and she's going to be a great district director this year.
Absolutely.
So that's wonderful. Closing the circle of friendship. That's what it's all about. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Very good. Next, it's my pleasure to introduce the administrative manager, and known as the old district secretary. Now, AJ Hearn happens to be one of my most favorite Toastmasters. This lady, she does it right. When she does something, it's right. And her heart's behind it, her caring's about it, and she puts a lot of effort into this. Now, as the Founders District Administration Manager, we're talking about taking minutes, ensuring there's a quorum, noting the election results, the voting results on issues, direct correspondent, making sure that we record and save those minutes and the agendas and all these things, and also kind of a little bit of a historian, I guess, as far as what's happened to the district that year. So that is an important job, especially during the business meetings, and helping getting the business meetings prepared, as well as the decums and everybody getting together, noting what needs to be noted and recording that and taking that. Quite often, the administrative manager will be called upon about, oh, what happened in that meeting? So it requires one to keep copious notes and just to have some idea where you can go back in the past minutes and find out answers or what was actually voted upon. So these are key people in the district making things happen. So with that in mind, I know I don't have to ask this question, but I'm going to do it anyway. AJ, are you ready to make it happen?
It's my honor to serve, sir. Thank you very much.
AJ, it's my honor to install you, and I know you're going to be a strong member of the team because I've seen you in action, and you come highly recommended.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, AJ, for stepping up. The PR manager, wow, here's an interesting position. Simone Nash, another empowered lady that makes things happen and just always prepared, always ahead of the game, always, wow, just she's amazing what she can do. And so when I look at this PR, if I was a district director again, what would I be thinking about? Well, first of all, we want to promote the district events to our members as well as outside. What's going on in the district, the Founders District does exist to the public, but importantly, putting up good ways of notification so our members know when events are occurring, how to get in, how to log in, what is happening, what's the results of from the business meeting, what's news, what do they need to focus on? Is it time to get their officers list in? Is it time to get their dues collected? And is it, do we want to do it before August 1st so we save $15 a member, and all these type of good things that you know about that you can make happen. You also might want to consider putting on a campaign to make sure that all the clubs on the Toastmasters website have all their contact information up to date. How do they meet on Zoom? Do they meet in person or a blended meeting? And what's their phone numbers, the contacts? How does the outside people get into there and look and get correct information where they're meeting, or can they get online, or who to contact? So this is always a challenge at the first year because club members don't think like an experienced person like you to have all this stuff updated. We're updating our officers list right now. Why not, while you're in there, go ahead and update and ensure that our club contact information. I know that as an area director last year or this year, that was one of the things on the visitation form is the club information on world headquarters site, toastmasters.org, up to date. And that's something I brought to the attention of many of the clubs that I visited to try to encourage them to make that simpler. And this all blends together in making the district directory, the district distinguished, because people need to know about this. Members need to know what to do. And so you are, in a sense, the headliner. You are putting the road signs, the billboards up as time goes by, as these people are driving down the leadership journey to look at. So, oh, it's time for dues. Oh, it's time for the speech contest. Oh, it's time to get this done. So you kind of are going to be the queen of the billboards, letting people know what's going on, both publicly and in the clubs. So with that focus on there, what kind of campaign can we motivate our public relations vice presidents of our club to get inspired. What can we show them to actually do their job seriously and say, we're going to advertise our club, work with the vice presidents of membership, how we have to get people into the club, how do we show them, and encourage clubs through your advertisement when there is a connection that somebody wants to join or visit. Do it now. Don't wait for next day or 2 days from now. Get on there and say, we need to get this now. That's why we publicize, because people are responding to us now. When you advertise, we need to respond back in a timely manner to take care of getting them joined up. So with all those challenges and your imagination to make this job exciting for all of us and to support the district, Simone, how do you say yes to something so important like that?
Oh, absolutely. 1000% yes. I'm so excited.
All
So
right.
excited. Thank you so
All
much for
right.
everybody's support.
Thank you so much. So to all the, was there any chairs that I missed that I didn't see by chance? Anybody? If I missed you, you are installed. Not to belittle your position, you're all important. You know, when we look at a team of folks that are in the management part of it, you know, the chairs, we all have a vital part. We all hold a piece of the puzzle to being distinguished. If you have your piece here and we all put it together and we follow what Kathy says, that we're going to lay down this piece now and it's this piece, this Founders District is just going to blow it out of the water this year and this next year and have it so exciting. So thank you for each of you stepping up with your service leadership experience and capability and commitment. I applaud each one of you and I wish you a year of success and leadership growth. Julie, back to you.
Thank you, Greg. And thank you to each of our leaders that have said yes, that are going to help support the district on our quest to Smedley Distinguish. We are counting on you to help support us. It's my honor to welcome Roberta Perry, Distinguished Toastmaster, past International Director, to install Ken Spears as our Club Growth Director. Roberta, take it away.
I'm so excited. Thank you so much, Julie, Madam Director, of course, and Ken. Oh gosh, what an honor. What an honor to install you this evening as Founders District Club Growth Director. Now, I know you know what this role is, but I'm going to, for our entire audience, I thought what I would do is read your responsibilities as Toastmasters International sees them. And we, under the umbrella of Kathy's theme to embrace, evaluate, and empower all these new people to come into clubs across the Founders District. New clubs in Founders District. All right, so
New clubs.
New clubs.
New
Woo!
clubs.
New clubs, that's perfect. So Toastmasters International tells us that the Club Growth Director's job makes the benefits of Toastmasters and membership available to a greater number of people. The role involves planning, developing, and implementing district club growth objectives. You, as the Club Growth Director, will lead the district's efforts to build new clubs and to work on strengthening existing membership. You are responsible for all aspects of marketing, club building, and member and club retention efforts within the district. And I know you know all this, but it's just so great to hear it again, because when you do, as when I look at it again, I realize how important your role is to the success, not only of Founders District, but to the success of Toastmasters International worldwide. Now, in including everything I just said, this also includes defining an overall marketing strategy for this district. Of course, working with your team members to do that, developing outreach and retention efforts with existing community and corporate clubs, and penetrating those new markets. And I know that you have some ideas already about what new markets. See, you got that. All right, you're just saying yes. I love it. And
Just say
again,
yes.
Ken, whew, that's just it. Well, let's just go let's cut right to it. Do you accept the duties of the office of Club Growth Director and pledge to do your best to serve the district and fulfill its mission? And if you do, just say, yes, I will.
I will,
All right. Woo.
along with my team. Very important.
And definitely, because I know you and your team will embrace, elevate, and empower new people as they come into the organization. And you will also do that to members within the organization. In addition, I know you'll be looking for new leaders in the district that then can step in and continue to bring Toastmasters to more and more people within Founders District and globally. I'm so excited you just said yes. And with that, back to our district director.
Thank you, Roberta Perry. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ken.
Thank you, Roberta and Ken. We look forward to all the great things that you will accomplish this year. It's now my honor to welcome Lori Shapiro, Distinguished Toastmaster, past District Director, to install Jean Cassidy.
Woohoo! I have been so excited about doing this for Jean Cassidy. I have been in a club with Jean Cassidy for many years. We chartered Irvine Project Masters together in 2012. Vijay Chambaram is at this meeting and he was there as well. It was so exciting and it was amazing to see how Jean works with other people in order to build a club. Jean has been around Toastmasters for over 20 years and she's accomplished 3 DTMs, not just all in one education program, but all 3 of the education programs available. She has, what do you call it, Jean? It's like the hockey thing, right?
Yeah, the DTM hat trick.
The DTM hat trick. I knew she had a name for it. So I'm really excited for her to serve as a program quality director this year. And as some of the other leaders have done, I'm going to tell you what your job is in case you haven't figured it out yet. But for everybody on the call, just so you have an understanding of what a job the PQD has. As the program quality director, you're responsible for all aspects of education and training in the district. This includes supporting quality programming efforts, promoting the Distinguished Club program, and planning and executing the district conference. You also need to train all the area directors multiple times during the year, as well as the division directors, and make sure they are clear on not only what their role is, but how to know how well they've been doing with their role. There's a lot of tools that need to be shared with them. And so they're able to know what exactly they need to do. They can get on the job with a running start. It's so exciting to be part of a PQD. Now, all these things that you're doing, you cannot accomplish yourself. So building your team is going to be ultimately important. A district conference chair, the LACE chair, making sure the division directors know what they need to do for makeup training and how to schedule makeup training, making sure the calendaring is clear, and making sure the communication to clubs and members is extremely clear so they make their dates as far as the calendaring for when training needs to happen. The other thing all these leaders need to do, the trio, is attend the mid-year training for themselves to be not only up to speed with what Toastmasters International expects, but then to bring some of that information back and provide mid-year training to the division and area directors. Mm-hmm. Some of the leaders on the call were just trained by Kathy and Jean, and probably I believe Ken was there as well, to get them up to speed so they can start running on the 1st of July. It is so exciting for me. I really have to say that working with Jean, if you don't know Jean Cassidy, she's almost like a Boy Scout. When I was thinking of adjectives for Jean, I thought she's trustworthy, she's loyal, she's helpful, She's friendly. She's courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful. I don't know about thrifty. I've seen her shop. She can shop, that girl. Brave, clean, and reverent. And I really love Jean Cassidy, and I'm so excited to have you as a PQD working together with Ken and Kathy to make this this district Smedley Distinguished this coming year.
Yes.
So with that, Jean,
Mhm.
I'm going to ask you, do you accept the duties of the Office of Program Quality Director and pledge to do your best to carry them out in accordance with the district mission? Please respond, I will.
Yes, I will.
Well, congratulations, Jean. I wish you a fantastic year. And as you know, I will be there to help any way I can, as well as all the past leaders from Founders District and all the Club 407 and other folks that you'll come in contact with when you're in conference in the Bahamas. There you go. Back to you.
Thank you,
District
Lori.
Director.
And Jean, I know we are destined to success under your leadership. I look forward to all that you will help us achieve. Okay, it is now my honor to welcome Giovanna Dottore, Distinguished Toastmaster, past District Governor, to install Kathy Hughes as District Director. Welcome, Giovanna.
Thank you, Madam District Director Julie, for this incredible privilege. An incredible privilege to get to install our incoming District Director, Kathy Hughes. Now, while all of the officers know their basic duties and responsibilities, they are reminded of them during a formal installation ceremony. So they have the opportunity to commit to them wholeheartedly in front of their team and all of those who elected them to office. This is the integrity part of the Toastmasters values. The office of District Director is the ultimate role for the visionary. They embrace new possibilities that elevate the bar of personal development in a way that empowers members to take inspired action. They can see the big picture, but can break things down in a way that members can see themselves as part of a greater initiative that benefits everyone's success. The person who gets to serve in this role is the CEO of the district. They provide the strategic direction for the district's success and have full accountability for leading day-to-day operations, finances, and people resources for, in this case, the over 90 clubs in Founders District. And they preside over the 36-member executive committee. The district director is the face of the district and the ambassador for our organization's two top missions. The first, Toastmasters mission, which states, we empower individuals to become more effective communicators and leaders. Not some, not a few, not just the ones we like, but all. We empower individuals to become more effective communicators and leaders. And the second mission, the one we all know and love and is closest to our heart, the district mission, which describes we build new clubs and support all clubs in achieving excellence. In other words, the district director ensures through the leadership team that everyone will experience the empowerment of being a more effective communicator and leader by spreading the power of the Toastmasters training to new people, by building new clubs, and by supporting current clubs in programming excellence. And this is done through our organization's core values: integrity, respect, service, and excellence. The ultimate result of the efforts of building clubs, supporting club excellence, and creating space for members to achieve their goals will be, as Kathy put in the chat, a Smedley Distinguished District. This symbol of success is a visible way to measure your plan, your recognition programs, and your trainings to see how well they are having an impact on your members' engagement and your district's growth. It is a symbol of the work your team is doing, something they can hang their hat on and stories they can tell for generations to come. You heard so many in Edie's opening keynote. The legacy will live on because you said so, and so did they. You are a visionary who can break things down so that your team and your members can see themselves as part of a greater initiative for everyone's success. And on June 30th, 2024, at 11:59 p.m., you will have continued to improve upon the operations of the district and left it in its next better phase. Your incoming district director for the 2023-2024 term is the courageous Kathy Hughes. And I've had the privilege of getting to know her through the past District Governors Directors Club 407. From witnessing her talent in organizing a stellar LACE program to her own thirst to improve her leadership skills, Kathy has been actively preparing herself for the role of district director. She took on the not so easy task of co-chairing the club's first ever holiday hybrid party. And if you're not familiar with Club 407, this is a club whose membership requirement is you must be at least a current member of a district trio or a past district governor or director, past or current region advisor, international director, or above. So you can imagine the knowledge and experience and opinions that are readily available to give feedback. But she stuck to her vision to create an event that would have participants feel fully included, no matter where they were joining from. She, along with her co-chair and team, accomplished just that. And the districts represented even came up with their own version of the 12 Days of Christmas holiday song, bringing joy to the successes and peccadillos of the first 6 months of the Toastmasters year. I cannot wait to see what Kathy has in store for Founders District with her approach to embrace, elevate, and empower. But first, Kathy Hughes, will you accept the responsibilities and tasks of the role of District Director of Founders District and commit to working together as a team to accomplish the mission of Toastmasters International and the district? Please say, "I will," if you do.
I will. Thank you, Giovanna.
Kathy. You are officially installed, Madam District Director.
Thank you, Giovanna and Kathy. I'm so delighted that you have said yes to being district director. Now we're going to take a few minutes to hear Kathy's vision for next year.
Thank you, Julie, and thank you everyone in the audience here today, because I am deeply grateful for your giving me this opportunity to serve as your incoming district director in this really pivotal 2023-2024 year. And it is a pivotal year because after 3 years of pandemic, we are finally seeing that curve start to bend a little bit to membership not shrinking. And after that, membership growth, and we're excited for that. As a team, and nothing in this district can be done without a team, I have to thank everyone that has always had my back. I've had theirs. We work together. There's no way you can get the work done of this district without the tireless serving of so many people that support and continue to support because they just love the service that they bring to the district. Our district leadership team this year, I'm very excited to work with all of you wonderful people. And I know that the power of this team is going to get us through to that Smedley distinguished goal that we have. We talked a lot throughout the meeting about the mission and the core values, the mission of our district. We build new clubs and support all clubs in achieving excellence. Break it down to we do it all together. It's not I do it, but we do it when we pitch in together and we build those new clubs, bringing that strength into our district of new members that are going to continue to get value in Toastmasters. And we don't ever forget about the clubs that are existing. We support them in achieving excellence, giving all of our members the value that they joined Toastmasters for. Our core values, integrity, respect, service, and excellence are what guides us to those difficult decisions that we have to make throughout the year. Running a district, there's so much that happens throughout the year. And any one of us on the district leadership team, from the area director out at their club, any of the chair positions, any of the division or club growth, program quality, you're going to be at one point out there on your own, called to make an immediate call. Are you right or you're wrong? Well, you're always going to be right if your decision is in line with the core values. So we're talking about a lot of growth that we need to do this year to come back. And we've got a 100-year anniversary coming up of our first club, club number 1, which is right here in Founders District. So we want to get that kind of growth mindset pushing us forward. And I think of growth mindset in the way of we're growing our membership and we're growing our clubs, but really it's about what was mentioned earlier, that Toastmasters is where leaders are made, not born, because we don't come into every role that we serve in this organization with the experience, the skills, the intelligence that we feel confident stepping into a role with. But the point is, we learn, we can cultivate those skills. We work hard at it, we study, we practice, and we succeed. So that's our mindset this year. And I think that as a team, I want to inspire you with that as well as a vision. But just know, we will not let you fail. We're there to support you all the way. My vision statement this year, the statement itself goes like this: create an environment where people grow their communication skills, focus on inclusion, and empower future leaders' success. And I feel that that says a lot about all the points that complement our core values so well. But we have changed so much as a district. We're much more diverse than we ever were. And that's where we really want to embrace and make every single member feel accepted and included along the way. So as many people have been kind enough to pick up, I do have my 3 powerful words for the year are embrace, and elevate, and empower. So that's something that I hope you don't get tired of hearing it, but this is going to be great for our members getting the value that they came to Toastmasters for. By embracing, you'll listen and respect and collaborate in this multidimensional team that we have this year. It brings us synergy to our organization, and it amplifies our impact that we make on the membership and every other prospective future leader. We elevate by creating the environment where we contribute to promoting growth of others. And that's going to be very critical to our organization's future success, of course. And then lastly, we empower. We empower and we encourage and support each other and invest in those tools that empower each member to achieve their goals. That is going to allow us to empower their future success as incoming leaders. So I hope that you will enjoy and be persuaded to take these concepts forward to your members that you interface with and your teams, because this is a team vision, and it's how we're going to all be in it together and support each other with that common vision. My call to action, of course, is this. Let's bring Founders District back to a Smedley Distinguished District in time for our 100th anniversary. Won't that be an exciting celebration? Each and every one of you can make a difference. How will you support the Founders District this year? Kathy Hughes 3@gmail.com. You can email me if you want a role on this powerful team that's going to lead us into our 100th anniversary. We've got opportunities for you. I have a video to share with you. Back in the day when we were meeting at a place where we had dinner and we did the installation ceremony there, we'd have a pin ceremony. And I've got one, but this time it's on video. So allow me to share my screen and share this video with you of our Founders District 23-24 pinning ceremony. Congratulations, all incoming officers. Hold on, I'm not sure I'm sharing the sound here.
Kathy, do you want me to help?
Now your screen is not shared.
And she stopped sharing. The sound is funky.
Kathy, I have your video. I will share it for us. How about that? Okay, here we go. It did not share the sound.
You
even
can
though I told it
enlarge
to.
this video.
Let me
Julie.
try it one more time because I don't know why. Zoom might be broken tonight because I do have the share sound on.
We did hear the sound, Kathy.
Okay,
That was
back to
great.
Kathy.
Nice job, Julie, or Simone. Great.
Kathy, did you have any additional words for us? You're on mute.
I put myself on mute because I wasn't sure if my audio on the shared Canva file was coming through. So I put myself on mute, but I have just one word. Thank you. It's two words, I guess, for taking over the sharing of the Canva file. And you are the expert, Julie, and I'm gonna miss you being around, but I know you won't be too far.
Yes, I will support the district and I will be right there to support you in everything you need. I did drop the video in chat since Zoom does seem to be broken tonight. We're going to blame it on technology. It's great when it works. But I do thank Kathy for saying yes, as well as all of our incoming leaders, all of our incoming chairs. Kathy, I am so excited to see what you and the team next year will do. You are destined for success, because if we say we're destined for success, we're going to make it happen. So please support.
We all do
Kathy
it together. We're in it to win it.
Yes. I ask everybody, please support Kathy and the team. It takes a village to run a Toastmasters club, and even bigger village to run the district. As Kathy said, we have room for just a few more area directors. Spaces are filling quickly, so I encourage you to think about, what is your next leadership journey? If it's not area director, maybe it's joining one of the friendly faces you saw tonight as a committee member. I thank
Also-
each one of you, and I thank each one of you for all that you will do. And I look forward to seeing everybody again soon.